Every winter morning, millions of drivers destroy their engines without even realizing it. Not on the highway, but in the very first 60 seconds after turning the key. Studies show up to 75% of engine wear happens during cold starts. And the shocking part is that most of it is caused by simple, avoidable mistakes. Think your quick warm-up routine is harmless? Think again. Today, we're breaking down the 9 cold start mistakes most drivers don't know about, but almost everyone makes. Ignore these, and you could be looking at a blown engine long before it's time. Avoid them, and your car could last hundreds of thousands of miles longer. Number 1. Revving the engine. Right after startup. One of the worst cold start habits is revving the engine immediately. Cold oil is thick and hasn't reached vital components like camshafts, bearings, and turbochargers. Revving at this stage forces metal to grind without protection, creating microscars that add up over time. Aluminum pistons also haven't expanded to their proper clearances, so extra friction occurs when you floor it cold. Some drivers mistakenly think revving warms the car faster, but it just accelerates wear. The smart move? Let the engine stabilize for 20 to 30 seconds, then drive gently. Keep revs low until the temperature gauge climbs. Once warmed, the engine parts expand, oil thins, and lubrication is at its best. Skip the cold red line. Those first few minutes determine years of engine life. Number 2. Prolonged idling. To warm up the car. Old advice said to let your car idle for 10 minutes in winter. That might have made sense with carburetors, but modern fuel-injected engines don't need it. In fact, long idling on a cold engine can cause damage. Why? Because cold idling runs a rich fuel mix. Extra fuel doesn't burn fully, washing oil off cylinder walls and thinning lubrication. It also promotes carbon buildup on pistons, valves, and exhaust systems. Meanwhile, the engine stays cold longer, prolonging the period of high wear. Today's engines need just 30 to 60 seconds of idle for oil circulation. After that, the best warm-up is light driving. Under gentle load, oil, coolant, and transmission fluid reach temperature faster than they ever will in the driveway. Prolonged idling wastes fuel, pollutes, and shortens engine life. Warm up smarter, not longer. Number 3. Using the wrong oil in cold weather. Oil viscosity is critical in cold starts. That first number before the W, like 0W20 or 5W30, tells you how easily oil flows in winter. Use oil that's too thick, and it behaves like syrup at startup, delaying lubrication. In extreme cold, thick oil can even trigger the filter's bypass valve, sending unfiltered oil through the engine. That means debris grinding against sensitive surfaces until the oil thins. Modern engines are engineered for low-viscosity synthetics, like 0W20 or 5W30, which flow faster and protect better in cold conditions. Stick to your manufacturer's recommendation, and if you live in freezing regions, go with full synthetic. It stays fluid even below zero. Old or dirty oil also loses its cold start protection, so don't push your change intervals. Right oil, right viscosity, right schedule. That's how you protect your engine during cold starts. If you're finding these tips useful, hit that like button and subscribe. We dive deep into car care with advice most drivers never hear, and it could save your engine thousands of miles. Number 4. Skipping the block heater in extreme cold. Drivers in cold regions often ignore the block heater, thinking, "My car starts fine without it." Sure, it may start, but the wear from that frozen start is brutal. Studies show a single cold start at 5 degrees Celsius can equal the wear of a long highway drive. Below 20 degrees Celsius, it's even worse. Block heaters pre-warm coolant and oil, making starts easier and reducing the harsh friction of dry, cold metal on metal. They also get cabin heat flowing faster and improve early fuel economy. Plugging in for 2 to 3 hours before driving makes a huge difference. Many skip it out of inconvenience, but in severe cold, using your block heater is one of the cheapest and smartest ways to extend engine life. If your car has one, use it. If not, consider installing one. That small habit could save you from big repair bills. Number 5. Taking only short trips. Modern engines need time to reach full operating temperature, usually 195 to 220 degrees Fahrenheit. Short trips don't give them that chance. Instead, the engine spends most of its time cold running rich, accumulating condensation and letting fuel leak past rings into the oil. The result? Sludge under your oil cap, diluted oil, and corrosion inside the engine. Sensors, catalytic converters, and exhaust components also suffer from never reaching self-cleaning heat levels. Lots of short trips mean lots of cold starts and lots of wear. If short drives are unavoidable, combine errands into one longer trip when possible. At least once a week, give your car a 20 to 30-minute run on the highway to burn off moisture and clear out deposits. If you can't, plan on more frequent oil changes. Otherwise, those innocent quick trips will quietly shorten your engine's lifespan. Number 7. Neglecting coolant and thermostat. Health. Engines don't just rely on oil during cold starts, the cooling system matters too. Using old or diluted coolant in winter risks freezing, which can crack radiators or even the block itself. Proper antifreeze mix prevents this and ensures smooth warm-up. Equally overlooked is the thermostat. If it's stuck open, your car may never reach proper temperature, leaving it to run rich indefinitely. That means poor fuel economy, increased emissions, and accelerated wear. You'll notice lukewarm cabin heat or a temperature gauge that barely moves off. See left unfixed. A cool running engine accumulates sludge and carbon while wearing itself out prematurely. Always check your coolant before winter and replace a bad thermostat promptly. An engine that warms up fully is one that lasts. Number 6. Unnecessary cold starts. Many drivers think they're maintaining their car by starting it every few days in winter, even without driving. In reality, they're just piling on unnecessary cold start wear. Each cold start dumps excess fuel, thins oil, and stresses parts before anything's warm. Brief idling doesn't recharge the battery much either. In fact, it can leave it weaker if the alternator doesn't run long enough. If you're worried about the battery, a maintainer or trickle charger is far better than random cold starts. Modern fuel and lubricants are designed to sit for weeks without harm. If your car must sit, leave it off or take it for a decent drive instead of start and stop. Every unnecessary cold start is wasted wear. Save them for when you actually need to drive. Number 8. Ignoring cold start noises. Many drivers dismiss rattles, ticks, or knocks on startup as normal. But these sounds are your engine pleading for attention. A brief rattle may be oil-drained timing components. Persistent ticking could be lifters or cam phasers starving for lubrication. Pistons slap or bearing knocks when cold can signal worn parts that only quiet once clearances tighten with heat. Ignoring these symptoms lets damage snowball into costly repairs. Sometimes the fix is simple: a better oil filter with an anti-drainback valve, or using a lighter oil grade in winter. Other times, it's a failing part that needs attention before catastrophic failure. Don't cover your ears. Cold start noises are your engine's way of telling you something's wrong. Listen, act, and save yourself from bigger headaches down the road. Number 9. Treating a diesel like a gasoline engine. Diesels suffer more in the cold than gas engines. They rely on compression ignition, which is harder when it's freezing. That's why diesels use glow plugs or intake heaters. Cranking before glow plugs finish heating is a mistake that causes rough starts and unburned fuel coating cylinder walls. Another pitfall is fuel gelling. Summer diesel can wax up in the lines and filters when temps drop, starving the engine. Drivers who don't use winter-grade diesel or anti-gel additives learn this the hard way. Diesels also take longer to warm up, so flooring it right after startup creates heavy soot and strain. The fix is simple. Wait for glow plugs, use a block heater in harsh climates, fuel up with winter diesel, and drive gently until warm. Treating your diesel like a gas car in winter is one of the fastest ways to wreck it. Cold starts are inevitable, but cold start damage isn't. Avoid these 9 mistakes, and you'll drastically cut engine wear in the most vulnerable moments. Keep starting gently, use the right fluids, and let your car warm up properly by driving it, not idling it. Treat your engine right when it's cold, and it'll repay you with years of reliable service.